For the longest time, companies would sell you a game for $60, and that would be it. You'd have the whole game. Some games would add extra content in the form of DLC or downloadable content, and this would help the developers increase the longevity of the game. But for the most part, it was a simple system that worked. Most cosmetics in multiplayer games would be earned by leveling up and completing challenges, or getting 1,000 headshots. Whatever the case was, these cosmetics were never sold to us. But games are no longer just being made for a yearly release window. I mean, except Call of Duty and sports games, but you get my point. And after the overwhelming success of Fortnite, the floodgates were opened. Their model was simple. Their entire game is 100% free to play, which is a huge plus for us, the consumers. But there's a catch. Those cool cosmetics that you worked hard for and earned in previous games, that's no longer a thing anymore. And in exchange, we got stores full of cosmetics costing real money and a battle pass. But before we talk about battle passes, I want to talk about today's sponsor, Bespoke Post. They offer all sorts of themed boxes and goodies. I was able to get this Hetero box, which came with this Mexican grinder that reminded me of my abuelita. I got the Salud box that has all the greatest stuff to make a really good margarita. And in my third box, I got a bunch of insanely good hot sauces, and I love it spicy. And together, by their powers combined, it made for the most incredible taco night. And every month they bring in new packages. You can get a grab bag of knives or glasses, everything in between. You can preview the box before it's shipped out. You can choose to keep it or swap it for another, or even skip the month at no cost. Every one of these boxes has a $70 retail value, but it's only $49. The boxes will be personalized based on your preferences and your answers to the quiz. So what are you waiting for? Try out Bespoke. And if you use the code MACRO20, you can get 20% off your first box by clicking the link in the description down below. Thank you to Bespoke for sponsoring this video.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's good. That's really good.
So, Fortnite becomes the most popular thing in the world, and everyone is buying a battle pass because you want those cool dances and skins. You know you want to look like a banana or John Wick from Wish.com. A mixture of FOMO, the fear of missing out, and the fact that it was only $10 really made this battle pass system feel like a win-win scenario for the game and the players. And honestly, in the beginning, it kind of was. And even if you never paid, there was free stuff on this pass, so even little broke boy Timmy could have some drip. Fortnite set the bar high. The cosmetics were really cool. The collaborations were insane, and the best part was that if you successfully completed the whole battle pass, you were rewarded with a ton of extra V-Bucks, enough to buy the next battle pass for free. So theoretically, buying one pass meant you had the pass for every season, as long as you played. Fortnite saw immediate financial success with this system, and made billions, not millions, billions of dollars. So of course, other companies wanted in on this, and this is where the downfall of battle passes begins. Every single AAA game eventually shifted to a free-to-play model, which is a good thing for the players, but in turn, they added ridiculously overpriced microtransactions and their own battle pass. And while the pricing of cosmetics are a little bit ridiculous and overpriced, the bright side of a battle pass is that it's supposed to provide you a more affordable alternative. The problem with battle passes is that now games, 1, eliminated most, if any, way to earn anything for free. Most games don't have a progression system, or if there is, it's very limited. 2, have come up with tons of extra cosmetics that we'll just call placeholder cosmetics to pad their battle passes with the illusion that it's full of value, especially in the free tier. 3, they make progressing through the battle pass tedious with very specific and sometimes ridiculously unfair challenges. This means some games' battle passes require way more time to complete than others. And with 50 plus free-to-play games out now, all vying for your attention, time is something that most people don't really have. So not all games are culprits of all three of these issues, but most games have at least one of these issues. So I went to Twitter. I'll leave my handle on the screen for a few seconds so you have time to follow. I'll wait. So I went to Twitter and asked you what battle passes you thought were the worst, and we got a ton of answers. But I want to go over some of the ones that you guys brought up to me that are impressively bad, and help explain what they're doing wrong. While Apex does at least give you your money back, making these passes free if you complete it, they do take a lot of time to complete. Shoot, I play the game a lot, and I barely finished the pass. The challenges aren't annoying, but they're a little tedious. Sometimes you have to swap off your favorite legend, let people play what they want, and let them level up even if they one-trick caustic. And they still have challenges that are specific to arenas. Nobody plays arenas. Also, there's barely any value. A few legendary skins doesn't justify the rest of the pass being so devoid of of good content. And they keep adding more placeholder cosmetics. Like now they're adding stickers to your healing items. Come on. At least this game has a progression system where you get loot boxes for leveling up, but it's limited, and it's also a loot box system, which isn't the best alternative. If you just play Warzone, this Battle Pass's main issue is that a lot of its cosmetics are pointless or low quality, like XP boosts and emblems. Otherwise, it's not terribly hard to level up, and you can even level it up by playing the most recent Call of Duty. But that's the problem. These Battle Passes are also one of the main ways that the main Call of Duty games give the players cosmetics. So you've essentially bought a full price game that has its own Battle Pass. What? Sure, you can still unlock some things by being good and playing a lot like gold guns, but if I already paid for the game, there shouldn't be a Battle Pass. Simple as that. Multiversus' main issue with their Battle Pass is how stupidly specific the challenges are. I'm not even that bad at the game, and it feels like a chore to even try and get this done. And for what? Toast? At least each character has their own progression system, so it doesn't feel super empty even without the Battle Pass. But come on, Warner Brothers, you could do so much better. Halo Infinite's Battle Pass is a mess. Leveling up this pass is super tedious. The challenges can be hyper specific and force you to play game types that you don't want to. I don't want to play Tactical Slayer. Stop making me play Tactical Slayer. Half of the stuff in the pass is fluff, like challenge swaps, emblems, backgrounds. And seriously, why are you separating the left and right shoulder? Give them to us at the same time. Also, if you don't like the armor core that season, you're really out of luck because you can't use that armor on anything else but that core. It's kind of a worthless pass for you if you don't like the armor core. In all fairness, the developers really have listened and are planning on fixing some key issues in this game, like adding an actual progression system, making it so you can actually use different armors on different armor sets, and also there's no time limit for completing the pass since they don't expire, which is a good thing, but my god, this one still sucks. Valorant has all these three main issues in spades. You can't buy the next pass because you get no currency. You do get Radiant, which is fine. A lot of the cosmetics are filler, and most of them aren't even that good. But what puts this over the top is how long it takes to level up. It's even more noticeable from someone like me who bounced around between these games for this video to get footage. This game takes the longest to level up, on top of the fact that some of these Valorant matches take close to an hour to complete. To level up this Battle Pass, you have to just play Valorant and nothing else. And it's not even that big of a Battle Pass, only 55 tiers. But somehow, even after all of that, I still don't think this is the worst, because the worst Battle Pass has got to go to... Right off the bat on their first attempt, complete failure. Not only is Overwatch 2's Battle Pass full of junk and new cosmetics like souvenirs, banners, and gun charms, but they also put the newest hero in it, which makes the game pay to play. And since Kiriko is good, it's more like pay to win. On top of all of that, it does take a bit to level up. I played a lot of Overwatch 2 these past couple of weeks, and I'm only this far. There's no extra money to buy the next pass, so you're always going to have to spend money, especially since the next hero will be in that pass, right? Blizzard, how did you get this so wrong? Oh. Duh. And now there's really no way to unlock cosmetics by just playing. There's no loot boxes. There's no nothing. How have you made me miss loot boxes? Let's give credit to some of the good passes. I've heard good things about Dead by Daylight's Battle Pass. A ton of indie games like Knockout City have definitely done the pass system a lot better than others, even if it's a dead game. Rocket League deserves some credit here, and some would argue that Genshin Impact really provides a ton of value. But we cannot forget about Fortnite. Since day one, they've given their players so much value in these passes without it requiring too much time to complete. I even completed my Battle Pass last season, and I never even focused on challenges. I just played the game. And even then, I barely played the game. Good for you, Fortnite. You get a pass. The Battle Pass system was supposed to be a win-win scenario for consumers and players, but has slowly become a predatory system that makes us essentially pay for multiple subscriptions to have cool cosmetics. I know that these don't affect the gameplay, and at the end of the day, you could just not buy a pass. But for a lot of these games, there's no other way to get cool stuff and express yourself, which was something that used to exist for free in older games. So I just want the game developers to understand that there's nothing wrong with the Battle Pass in concept, but you have to make it valuable, not overly time-consuming, and it shouldn't take away from the players that don't want to buy into the system. And if your game does this correctly, not only can you make a ton of money, but you'll have the respect from your fans who love the game. But what battle passes do you think are the worst offenders in the industry? Which battle passes do you think are the best? I didn't cover a lot of games because I either didn't have time or I just don't play them. So I want to know what you think in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you later.